where I look a little insane, but that's fine. I am making myself a Ariel dress from The Little Mermaid. I got all the fabric the other day when I was in London. I've already cut into some of the fabric. This is what I've got left. I've cut out my circle skirts and I'm hoping to get this done quite fast because I'm just doing her like village casual outfit. So I'm like, it shouldn't take me too long. I'm gonna show you what they look like right now. This is what I've got. So it's like a satin fabric, and then I've got like a white satin, and then I've got chiffon. The warping is unreal. I am going to cut all of that. I have a little measuring thing on the end of my mannequin, so I'm going to cut that all even again, and then I'm just going to work on like the base underlayer skirt, and I'm going to sew lace onto the bottom of that and do them like little bits. But yeah, I'm so excited. I've wanted to cosplay Ariel for ages, so this is going to be so good. I'm doing a horrendous job at filming absolutely anything. This is what I've got so far, which I show nothing of. I've added this lace to it, and I tried something I've never done before, where I like sandwiched it between the layers so there's no seam on either side. Great fun. And then I was about to cut out the sleeves, and I realized I had an old button-up shirt, which I've never worn really, and I'm cutting out one of the sleeves mid-cutting it out, and I'm going to cut this apart, take this apart, adjust it a little bit, and then use this as my pattern for the sleeves on this, just because I didn't feel like patterning new ones, and I'm never very strong at like doing long sleeve patterns from scratch. Like, it's fine, but because I don't have sleeves on my mannequin, it's always just a bit of a gamble, so I'm like, what if I do this? So that's what we're trying. All in all, like, progress is going pretty good. I need to gather the bottom of the, like, do something here. I'm gonna gather it and then add like a border there. I know that you're not gonna see that anyway because like there's gonna be the corset, but I'm just gonna like finish it anyway, make it look like a proper shirt. I'm really thrilled because this shirt, I don't need to fasten it at the back. It's loose enough that I genuinely do not need any buttons or anything going on at the back, which I'm thrilled about. Anyway, yeah, so I'm just gonna make this into a little sleeve pattern. I've done two already, and then I'm cutting out another two, just because this fabric is so sheer. Hello. This fabric is so sheer. That's double layered as well. Decided to double layer that too. So this is gonna be double layered just because it's like still quite sheer. It is still kind of sheer when you stack two, which is fine, but it's just a bit too sheer one layer. So I'm cutting out 4. I ended up getting 2 meters of this, and I'm so glad I did because there's no way I would have had enough with just 1 meter. Like, I'm down to the last like half meter now. I just did the cutest sleeve ever. Look at it. It needs pressing for sure, but like I did this at the bottom, and then that's like the top of the cuff. And then it's gonna fasten, like this is gonna be left open. And then it's gonna start being sewn together there. It's so pretty. It doesn't have the buttons on it yet, but I'm just sewing the other one. So the first step I have to do is like slightly gather this without dropping it. I must admit, I sewed this entire sleeve without touching the other one, and so I'm a bit like, I don't know how I did it entirely. But I'm pretty sure I zigzag stitched over this to hold it in place. I'm just like, what did past me do? Okay, so now what I did is I stitched this on top of it. Like, I top stitched it on top. But the thing is, I did that and then I changed my mind of how I did it, so I'm gonna do it slightly different on this one. Just because I did like I sewed it over like extra times. I like did one, like I did a straight stitch and then I did a zigzag stitch and then I sewed my lace on with a straight stitch and then I was like, I would rather have a zigzag stitch. So this one's like really quite thick because I did so many seams on top of each other. And I think it shouldn't matter if they're like slightly different because there's just no need to do all the seams on this sleeve that I did on that sleeve because I like couldn't make up my mind and I didn't think about what I was doing beforehand, as one does. So I finished the top. I've done the horrendous job filming, I do apologize, but I finished the top and then I hand stitched these little buttons. They do not match, but I might replace them with a different button, but that'll do for now. And then we've got the skirt. I did like little embroidery bits on the waistband. I do have 2 hair bows pinned there because for some reason the chiffon like bounced up there and like went longer in other places. I always struggle with that with chiffon. It's doing the same a little bit there, but it was really noticeable here. So I'm weighing it down and then I think I might get like some pretty beads or something and just like do a little bead moment there to like weigh it down a little. But this is the vision so far. I really like her. So I have this dark blue cotton, which is going to be the corset. This is the pattern I've got so far. So this is my lining. This is my base fabric. I've made these panels like extra long here, longer than they needed to be, just because then it'll account for like anything shrinking while I'm sewing it. But yeah, I've ordered iron nut interfacing, which I'm going to put on these pieces, as well as corset boning. So I'm going to do that. When that arrives, I'm going to sew this together next. Finished it. She's so cute. Oh. Hi, baby. I did like a little, I might actually trim this at the bottom, but do a little embroidered moment on the bottom, that at the top, and then at the back I decided to do these bright blue eyelids. I still don't know if that was the best choice, but I thought they were cute. I had some navy ones that matched, but I was like, I actually really like the contrast, but now with the black ribbon I'm like, oh, unsure. Anyway, yeah, and then I also made a little hair bow that matches the shirt. I put lace on the end just like the shirt has as well. With a little alligator clip on the back. Then I also got the shirt and the skirt. And now all that's left is to try her on. I did these curls with my hair straightener and like wrapped them, so don't know how that's gonna go, but they've been sat in this net like setting for ages, like a week. So now I'm gonna work on the fringe. I started doing the fringe and it wasn't working, so I ordered a ton of tools and stuff. Most of these will not be used for this wig, but I think I'm gonna use this for this wig, as well as like a teasing brush, because I was trying to use like an actual hairbrush to get the teasing and it just was not giving. Like, this is so much teasing and crimping went into this, and that's just like not enough. So, and then I can try her on. I wish I didn't have them, in fact.